Hey everybody, happy Monday evening. I wanted to bring you guys an update that Gary Lezak did last week. Actually, it was last Monday, and just to kind of show you guys a little bit about the LRC, a little bit about it, how we're going to be using that in our group going forward. There's still a lot of research that needs to be done. The Weather 2020 and Gary Lezak got a team of scientists that are going to be they're constantly researching, trying to fine tune a long range forecast. As it stands right now, as far as accuracy goes, their 100-day forecast is more accurate or as accurate as the National Weather Service 3-day forecast. So they've really made up a lot of ground over the last 5-6 years. A methodology that I have been watching over the last probably 10-11 years. Just fascinated. So I'm just going to wait. I will wait about another, wait another minute, make sure everybody gets in here that wants to. Once this video gets over with, and I will upload it and actually put the link up in the group, so that if you don't get a chance to watch this tonight, you can go back and be able to watch this recording. You can always go to my YouTube page under live videos and be able to watch it at any time. If you're watching it and the sound goes off, or video quality gets too bad, something like that, make sure you guys let me know. There's a chat over there on the right. I'm watching it. I'll be watching it live the whole time. So this is going to be the format that I will be doing a lot of my live broadcasts on until Facebook. Actually, the techs, I've been in contact with them, and they're having all kinds of issues. So until they get that straightened out, I'll be going through YouTube. I'm learning as we go. Different methods to be able to use YouTube. So it's kind of a learning as we go type of deal. So I am going to check and make sure. I'm just making sure everybody can get in on the video that wants to right now. I'm just testing out the links to make sure everything is working as it's supposed to. Alright, so what you're going to be watching is a short clip about 6 minutes long, and just explains about the LRC and some of the things that have happened so far in 2023 as far as the LRC and the recurring cycle goes. So if you guys have any questions, throw them over there in the chat. I can either pause the video, answer it, or we can answer them at the end of the short video. So let's go ahead and play the video.
I'm Weather 2020 meteorologist Gary Lezak. How is everybody doing? If you're in North Dakota, Minnesota, South Dakota, here we go again. Another major storm and a blizzard warning. So we're going to look at the model today. We're going to look at the LRC, the patent pending model. We'll go in depth in a couple of counties to show you what it is showing for the planting, growing, and harvest season. And I know getting out into the fields and getting the crops planted in North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota are going to be problematic in a few areas. So let's take a look and see. All right, let's take a look. First of all, there is the winter storm. This is just one of the models that is showing 6 to 15 inches of snow from parts of Wyoming, northeast, into northern Minnesota and southern Canada. This one likely goes north of Minneapolis. The others have hit Minneapolis, as you can see there. There's also a blizzard warning that will be in effect for that storm. While there's a blizzard warning, there's also a risk of severe thunderstorms. This is another one of those LRC predictions from a long time ago, a 75-day prediction, almost in the exact spot. So we'll talk about that, but mostly we're going to go diving into the LRC model. This is a patent pending model. All right, it's the only model known in the world that can predict when and where things will happen. So we have a prediction from April 15th to September 30th. This is the prediction from April 15th to September 30th, and you can see up in North Dakota, a little bit cooler than average. The eastern Corn Belt, Indiana, Illinois, forecasted to be 2 to 3 degrees above average. Again, this is the prediction from mid-April to the end of September. All right? So, very interesting, very important point I want to make here. There is also the potential for a heat wave that could be an impacting one, especially in the eastern Corn Belt as well. Next week or the week after, we're doing some analysis of when and where and how impacting that could be, and we'll talk about the impacts. So I might need some feedback from you as we learn a little bit more. So anyway, there's the prediction for temperature anomalies from mid-April to September. This will be in your report. And then here is the forecast for rainfall totals. You can still see Minnesota back to South Dakota, right in this region that has been continuously blasted. They could get nearly 40 inches of rain in some of these areas, as you can see. And this is the percentage of average rainfall for the next few months from South Dakota to Minnesota. That's the bullseye. And then down the Kansas-Missouri state line too for over 100%. So 110 to 160% of average rainfall. When you see this map here is the Corn Belt and Southern Plains. So from North Dakota and Minnesota and Wisconsin south to Texas. This is for the entire region. So you know when storm systems are going to move through. One around mid-April will move through, and another one there at the end of April, and then here in mid-May. But this shows you when the storms are going to be moving through. And for North Dakota, South Dakota, and just Minnesota, these three states, it's a little bit different. So you can look at the difference there if you live in those three states. And then we get down to the states. North Dakota, this is for Cass County, North Dakota. I'll have to change that to Cass. It says Case. I think it's Cass County. Yes, it is. So Cass County in North Dakota. And I just had a typo there. There it is, Cass County, North Dakota. And you can see this is showing that it will be 2 degrees below average on temperatures and 120% of average on precipitation. Now, will it dry out enough to get into your fields and even plant? I think you'll be fine towards the mid and end of May, just in time, but we'll be monitoring that for you. There's the Cass County week by week prediction from mid-April all the way on. It looks like we might get a little drying trend as we go towards the end of April and early May before another wet week arrives. And this is for Grand Forks County and other counties. This is for Steele, Trail, and Grand Forks counties, and then all of North Dakota. We have Nottoway and Gentry counties in Missouri. We'll try to get more granular on some of the other counties in Missouri. In South Dakota, this is for Oglala, Lakota, Custer, and Fall River counties. And you can see the very wet week coming in, and then it dries out a little bit. In Nebraska, around Omaha. So I've got all these reports, as you can see in there, on today's report. So this is today's weather intelligence report. The weather pattern is cycling right on schedule. Thank you for being a customer. Spread the word about the LRC. Remember, one thing the model does in our system, it's methodology and technology. You can know when and where things are going to happen. Which weeks will likely be wet, which weeks will likely be dry, and you can plan accordingly. You can plan the type of seed you're going to plant if it's going to be a late season. So We're monitoring that, as I know you're buried under snow up there. I'm meteorologist Gary Lezak. That's your update. Next week, we will dive into that possible heat wave, either next week or the week after. I got some more analysis to do, but I should be ready by next week. I'm meteorologist Gary Lezak. Have a great week, and good luck with the storm up north, and we'll monitor that severe weather as well.
All right, guys. So that right there was Gary Lezak giving some information about the LRC, and I hope you find that information. It's really neat, the technology, the research that he has done over the last 25 years. It's very exciting to me, and I believe we'll be talking about the LRC for years to come. So I don't see any questions up there. I'll end this video. Like I said, I will be posting the link to this for those that did not get a chance to watch it live, and be spreading the word on it. They go to my personal YouTube page, and the video will be there after it uploads, and or you can go and click the link that I'll be posting on the same post here. Probably about an hour it should be uploaded and ready to go. So thanks for tuning in. Anybody have any questions, just let me know. Thanks a lot.